And welcome to another live stream watch long reaction, the second one of the day, and we're either going to see me sad or see me overjoyed. Today it's Toronto FC versus Atlas FC, match day 3 of Leagues Cup 2023 East 3 group stage. Toronto wins by 3, they move on. If they lose or win by less or win on penalties, they are out.
Yeah, they can't even score one.
Thank God we're playing the team that got rid of all their best players.
Yeah.
Because that's the only reason we have a chance.
There you go.
And the referees will probably screw them over for what they pulled after the offside, you know? The 1930s Germany reference they made on Twitter. So that's probably the reason we have a chance. But the fact they got rid of all their best players, and I'm sure MLS wouldn't like the team that made that reference to go through, so the referees might just screw them. I mean, I wouldn't complain. Then we'll get our ass kicked in the round of 32 instead. But with that being said, Toronto FC contra Atlas FC in La Leagues Cup, fase de grupos, jornada 3. Toronto wearing their carnival kits. Atlas wearing their black and red. Teams are about to walk out. How we doing? How we doing, BKL? What's up, Brian? Gonna watch NXT Great American Bash tonight. Gonna try to watch SummerSlam next Saturday. Crew game, date and time pending. Well, yeah, you are through, aren't y'all? Well, I think the round of 32 is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so you should be able to watch SummerSlam, which is why I'm able to watch it, because there's nothing going on Saturday. So I actually be able to watch SummerSlam. Awesome. For like the first time live in 2 years. You love to see it. Because the past 2 years, I think it was up against TFC. So I still got to see Cena face Reigns, though. So. Good luck, Ryan and TFC fans. NYCFC fans are watching you guys. I hope we go through with y'all. But it's going to be either the craziest thing you've ever seen or what you expect. The fans of BMO are the enemy of TFC getting in the right direction. They're the complacent fans, couldn't care about the result fans. It should be an empty stadium. I agree, but here's the problem. Next year, Messi... People are going to buy seasons just to see Messi. And then the stadium's going to be packed anyway besides that. Everybody else might just sell every other game just to see Messi if they have seasons. So they're going to get their money anyway. MLSE. They're going to get their money anyway. I hate to say it, but they will. And then they'll get it for... Well, they'll probably get more from Toronto than they do the Argos. But... Sadly, the best team at BMO Field right now are the Argos.
I bet they're the fans. They need to do something. Get on that horse and move on up and do something. This is it.
I hope the crazy thing happens tonight instead of what I expect, but...
Yeah, well, I think I know what to expect, but, I mean...
Well, I don't think we're going to get our ass kicked either.
But look, they got these kids here, and I know they do this every time. I love their kit. Wow.
You know what? Maybe it's a good thing Atlas is technically the home team.
I like their kit. That's cool. I like how it's sliced.
Yeah, I like it too.
That's
what do you
cool.
think about the Toronto Blue Jays trade today? Let me tell y'all, Jordan Hicks is an amazing pitcher. The man can burn down people at 110 miles per hour from the bullpen. He'd be a great setup man for Jordan Romano. Jordan Hicks sort of needs a change of scenery, but he's damn good. He's got all the fundamentals. I've seen him enough to know. He's not normally the one I'm worried about in the Cardinals bullpen, if that tells you anything. Because if you know, the Cardinals' bullpen is absolutely overall crap. Has been for a good couple of years. It's never the hitting. It's always the bullpen for the St. Louis Cardinals. The fact they don't spend. But Jordan Hicks was one of the better pieces, so I'm glad he's a Blue Jay because he ain't going nowhere with the Cardinals. Once they lost Yadi Molina, they lost their heart. And TFC should fold for one game. Messi comes to town once people are gullible buying tickets. It's true. But again,
Awesome. Look at that.
Apple TV's got a Steph Curry movie.
But he hit a hole-in-one. What is the chances that he did that? That's awesome for him.
Yeah.
Wow. And he went down like it meant. That was awesome.
I didn't know
Jeez.
Jesus Batiste was at TFC. He's been playing for TFC 2 all year. After Rochester folded, Jesus Batiste came to TFC 2. And he's played a couple of times for the main team. I don't know why he's playing tonight, but you know what? Why not play a young front line? Why not play DeAndre Batiste? And why not play that front line? I mean, might as well. I mean, if anything happens, great. I'm sure they'll get after it as a front line. Feel the same way about CONCACAF Champions Cup. Copa Libertadores is your obsession. I feel the same way about CONCACAF Champions Cup. That's what pisses me off so much about this tournament for Toronto. Because God knows they won't come back and win MLS Cup. And Bob Bradley had to throw away the Voyagers Cup. The one trophy you should win every year as a Toronto manager is the Voyagers Cup. If you don't, you should resign or get sacked. That day. Starting 11 for Atlas: Vargas, Reyes, Santa Maria, Nervo, Abella, Garcia, Rocha, Aldo Rocha, the captain, Martinez, Guzman, Caicedo, and Aguirre for Atlas under Benjamin Mora. I don't think Miami's a retirement team. Suarez is playing well with Gremio when he plays. Starting 11 for TFC. In goal, Sean Johnson. The back four, Raul Petretta, Lazar Stefanovic, Sigurd Rosted, Brandon Servania. The midfield three, Jonathan Osorio, Franco Ibarra, Latif Blessing, Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy, DeAndre Kerr, and Jesus Batiste. The front three. Bernadeschi on the bench, Alonso Coelho, and Aime Mabaka on the bench. Fiasco FC is a good way to talk about the season, yeah. I agree. Starting Lazar Stefanovic at the back. But then again, the last time he played 30 minutes, he was amazing. So, when he played against RSL, it was RSL. It was before the St. Louis game. Yeah, when he played against RSL, he looked wonderful. So, I like Mabaka, but hey, if Terry wants to start Stefanovic, he earned it the last time he played. Might as well. I'd rather it be Mabaka and Stefanovic and not Rosted and Stefanovic. But you know what? It's not my call, sadly. But if it was my call, it'd be Mabaka and Stefanovic. Club Atletico Patoja 3-0 over Atlantico FC Del Puerto Plata in 72 minutes. Well, yeah, Pantoja should be winning. Maybe by more, to be honest. If Terry Dunfield out tactics Benjamin Mora, I'm going to laugh. Here we go. Caicedo to kick
Oh,
off.
it's no joke. I mean, it's always 20 minutes. Come on.
Here we go. And we're off.
Go.
Atlas have kicked off. Atlas in the red and black. Toronto in the carnival kits, the pink and purple and blue and yellow. All those colors, the carnival kits. 20 seconds in, Vargas. The only good player Atlas has left. Well, I guess Aldo Rocha, but still. Nima Sagafi is the referee tonight, center ref, because neither of these teams are Americans, so I guess they can't have a pro ref. They really are going to job Atlas, aren't they? They didn't bring, because I guess technically you can't get Danian Parchment to job somebody and tell him, hey, job him. Technically, you could get away with using an American ref in this game because Toronto's not an American team. They're going to job Atlas. They really are, aren't they?
Yeah, but if they keep kicking it back, they're playing into their hand, just like they just did. So
Throw in for TFC.
that might be good.
Somebody.
They're playing that back shit.
Rosted plays forward. Forward for TFC.
Man, they should be able to beat these fools.
Given away by Atlas, or given away by Toronto to Atlas. Shot. Goal. Goal for Atlas. Caicedo.
Oh my god. What a loser. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, at least they ended it early.
Man, yeah.
Atlas scoring the second minute.
What is going on, dude? I'm sorry, dude. I'm not laughing.
No,
It
they
really
deserve
hurts
it. They're
me.
that bad. They deserve it.
They suck.
They deserve it. No. I know you're laughing at them, not me. They deserve
Never
it.
would laugh at you. This is just stupid.
How
I don't even understand.
1-0 Atlas.
He can't even defend that.
Caicedo.
What are we doing? Great placement.
Yeah, amazing
Don't get me
placement.
wrong. That was awesome now.
Hey, they're playing Toronto. They're not back. They're playing Toronto, the worst team in the world. They're not back. Atlas is not back. Jordi Caicedo scores. It's 1-0, 1-0. Do that against America, and I'll say you're back. They're playing the worst team in the world. Thank you, Danny Coovermans.
Oh, my God.
Where's Danny
Come
Coovermans when you
on,
need him?
we can do it if we go back.
4-1, yay. We ain't doing nothing. It's Ranjit Singh's fault. He's hurt, sadly. It's Sean Johnson's fault. And Sigurd Rosted's. I told you it should have been Mabica and Lazar Stefanovic, but no. Terry Dunfield thinks he's smart. You're playing cute. Stupid bastard.
This is fucking crazy, man.
Wait.
Bad luck.
No, this is just shit. This ain't no bad luck. There's shit.
It's 2 minutes.
Hey, I'd rather it be that than the last minute.
Yeah.
I'd rather them do that than be up 3-0 and then blow it in the last minute. I'd rather them do that. At least it'd be over now.
Right. I know.
What a fiasco of a team. Yeah. They're a joke.
Dang it!
Takes a shot right to Camilo
Right,
Vargas.
slow.
Oh, my God.
Any idiot could have called that.
Yep.
It was so slow, it didn't matter.
Alex Bono would have saved that.
Stevie Wonder could have saved that. Are you kidding? And I'm not there's no joke. You didn't even have to see that to stop it. It was so slow. The force may be with you. May the force be with you.
4-1 Let's see if TFC can go 4-1. They're not. They're not going to win a game for the rest of the year, aren't they?
And I just want to make it clear, no joke about blind. You would feel that happening as slow as it took.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I mean. I don't mean it as a joke. Never, ever, ever.
Like, you could just tell it was coming. You could feel the wind. It would be like,
I mean, that's
you feel the draft.
Like
it's like,
you feel the force.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel the force.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know something's not right.
Yep.
Have you ever?
Exactly. Yeah.
I have
Oh,
felt
here we go.
that way.
I felt that way too. Should MLS fans take more interest in Libertadores, seeing as we may get invited soon? I say they should, but I know Toronto won't go there. And even if they did, they get their ass whipped. So.
God, dog, man. 2 minutes. I've never seen a goal that quick, so I did learn something.
No, there have been some quick goals.
I know, but not.
I mean, Sebastian Endo scored like 40
not like
seconds.
that. I just think about all the times I watched.
Yeah.
I never
Loss is crap. They let all their good players go, and they're still beating Toronto 1-0. We're the worst team in the world. Danny Kuvermans was right. You know, where is he when you need him? Where is Danny Kuvermans when you need him? He was right. We are the worst team in the world. He was just 10 years too early. Or 11 to say it. TFC Solos Flamengo any day of the week. If Javinko was still around, if we were back in 2017, maybe. Not now. We get nuked off the face of the planet if we played them.
At the suck. In Toronto.
I'm not even going to get mad about this. We were already out pretty much.
I told you what was going to
I
happen.
knew what was going to happen. I was just hoping.
Well, hope and give a shit and care are all different. And this, Jesus Christ.
Cassius needs to leave before arriving, go back to South Africa. I said the same thing. I said, you're not going to succeed with this team.
Do they even know what they need to win?
I think they know. They just can't do it.
Wow. Somebody needs to do something. You can't play around with this shit. Oh, shit.
Blessing got fouled. That should be a free kick.
He's a pretty big dude.
Sell every player on this team except Victor Vasquez, Osorio, Malula, and Bradley. One, Oso and Malula, I agree. But we're not selling Coelho or Mabaka either.
Oh,
you should replace Vasquez and Bradley with Mabaka and Coelho.
Man.
Why would you not want to sell Victor Vasquez and Michael Bradley? Michael Bradley basically put us into this hole because he brought over his godforsaken father, this shithole. Or his father, well, it was already a shithole. His father made it worse. Now, and you could say, but Ryan, if you were a manager, you'd make your dad assistant coach. At least I trust him, and he knows how to stop them from back passing, and he probably, well, I'm not the one who's going to make it a shithole.
No, I would.
There's a difference between nepotism.
Yeah, well, you know that.
He probably knows more about football than Bob Bradley does, to be honest.
Well,
and I taught him everything he knows.
Probably.
We'll tell them to retire at the end of the season. Vasquez hadn't even played but 10 minutes, and Bradley's been... Is this supposed to be his last year anyway? Let him retire now. At the end of the season. Or right now, to be honest. So they technically still retire here. They get to hold up their plaques when we get beat 5-0. They did. Wow. They shouldn't play no more, though. And Bradley was already losing his respect for me. Michael was when he was playing like shit for 3 years. Now he brought his father over. To be honest, thank you for being our captain and winning us a treble. Thank you. But you shouldn't have brought your father over.
I'm going to say 2-1, 3-1. That's what I think's going to happen.
Hot loss.
Because I think and they can't keep that up. They got lucky. They did. They got lucky. Don't get in 2 minutes. 1.5.
Hey, you know what? Maybe the refs will just start screwing them over and giving us the obvious no fouls and just trying to will us on to the finish line, and it still won't be enough. It's 1-0 loss already. Vasquez, in my opinion, is here as a mentor, probably taking a front office position after retirement. You could do that as a coach.
Go get him! Get him now!
And that's out for a Toronto throw in the offensive end.
Come on now. You got to do this
Petretta,
shit.
come on.
I can do that. They're already messing up. They do
Nice,
suck.
Petretta.
I don't even know how. Look at this. I don't even know how they scored. But let's go.
Because we suck.
Yeah, no shit. But I get that.
7 straight losses, all competitions. We haven't won since the end of May.
Instead of throwing it back, they stuck around at half. God, dog. Center line. I mean, you just don't. Let's play around.
Speaking of, Terry Dunfield is way too nice. That's half the problem as well right now. They probably would give half of a shit if there was somebody with a lot of fire under their ass and tell them how bad they are.
Stupid this is. They suck. They can't even fucking.
Toronto's actually started turning around. I know it's nothing. Come on.
No,
Shaquille, cross.
If they don't score by the next 20, you can forget 4 goals.
Oh, I know.
Okay, that's all I'm telling
Greatest
you.
TFC player apart from Javinko, Alejandro Pozuelo. I know that's probably unpopular, but Pozuelo. I like Josie, but Josie was really a tap-in merchant. Javinko fed him well, but Josie was a tap-in merchant. Pozuelo. Talent-wise, yeah, it's Pozuelo for me. Then D-Rose third. So there you go. Oso's probably fourth. When we're the worst, that's when Oso's good season. Pozuelo over Altidore, yes. Josie's in the top 5, but Pozuelo technically is better than him.
That was awesome. I hate to tell you.
Yeah, it was.
Whoa, man.
Abea! Over the bar.
Lord. That's
Over
another. Look at that. That could have easily
Legacy.
went in.
Yeah, legacy-wise, yeah, Altidore is better, yes. Talent-wise, Pozuelo. I was going talent.
Woo.
If he would have went straight down on it, I think he would have scored. He sort of went side foot and put it way over. I think all he had to do was go straight down. 59% possession. Oh.
I mean, they're playing more. I mean,
Toronto's trying.
No,
I mean,
they
you can't.
are. They are.
You can't say they're not.
No, I do see that.
Oso. Come on, Oso.
I do
Oso.
see that.
Shot. Oh, what a save by Vargas. What a save.
That would have been great.
Ah.
I would have said they might if they keep this up. Ooh.
That was an awesome save by Camilo Vargas, though. Amazing save.
Oh.
Just get a goal. That's all I want. All I'm asking is you score a goal. I don't know the Beatles song. Like they said back in 2007, all I'm asking is could you score a goal? But there's no Danny Dicchio to get us that goal. 14th minute. Corner here. Cross in. Oh, nice header. Past the post.
Tell you what.
Cervano with a good header, though. If
You
it
know
was just
what?
a little bit. Cross. Blessing with a header.
If they could get 2-1
By the half.
By 20, 30. They could get 2-1 by 30 or 35. They might.
Let's just give them the half, okay?
Okay, well, we'll give them that.
If you could score 2 in 45, you could score another 2 in the next 45.
Right. That's all you can hope. But
cross. Header. Oh, shit. What are we doing? How the hell did they not score that? That was down the middle.
I can't even watch it. Oh, shit. This is terrible.
If I was the manager, the first thing I would do is go to Canadian Tire, buy a sand pit, and buy like 5 bags of sand and make all these players run on a sand pit until they puke. Build the sand pit and then make them run on there till they puke. What I would do.
I wouldn't do that.
They need a Leech Beach, I can tell you that much.
Oh, my God.
I think we've probably broken it already.
I don't want to say what I would do. I don't want to say what hole I would put them in. I'm telling you. Jesus Christ, this sucks.
What channel is it on? Apple TV. But if you're a Toronto fan, it's not really worth watching.
No, it's not even. Don't even find it. Run away from it.
And Terry's talking to the ref. What the hell?
Spray your hair with hairspray and line it on fire and see what happens.
Like Michael Jackson.
Oh, don't know. We can't. Okay. We can't hit that Pepsi commercial. No, you don't want to do that. Too soon.
No, that was back in the 80s.
I know it's too soon. It's still too soon for me. I remember.
South Park said 23 years.
I was in school.
It's been way more than 23 years.
It was a long time. Way long. Too soon.
By South Park.
Yes.
By South Park standards, it's not too
23
soon.
years. That is too soon. You can't do that.
Where's Insigne? He's hurt.
Oh, and nobody touched nobody.
That's not a. That's
look,
not. Maybe on the other end.
He didn't even mean to do that. First of all,
Which
is a bunch of bullshit.
If there's any foul, it was the fact that a Toronto player got slightly elbowed.
Exactly. Somebody want that. 209, is that the area code?
No, that's in Mexico. If you're an academy player and you just get called up, you wear 3 numbers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, okay. You got to be thrown out like that. Really?
I think that's kind of cool, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just asking what 309 was.
209 is because I guess 9 is what his number is on the youth team, so it's 20, like 2 digits, 209, and the 9 is his number on the youth team, I guess.
Making no sense of it.
Well, I mean, that's my guess.
It went back. I mean, you can't make any sense of that. But anyway, wow, I never saw 3 digits. I was just asking.
That's a Mexican thing. But here's the kicker though. During the Champions League, they go back to 2 numbers if they're an academy player. So they have a 2-digit number during Champions League. I know.
It's stupid.
I know. It's like if they already have a 2-digit number in the Champions League, could they keep that?
Nobody even wants to match football or soccer or whatever the fuck you call it. It's weird. It's dumb as fuck. It's weird. Okay?
It is a weird sport, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But I love how weird it is.
I don't mean it mean. It is weird.
There's a lot. I agree.
I'm going to give you a 8-digit number. Can you remember it? 8675309.
Jenny, I got your
I'll
number.
Put my cell number on my jersey. Maybe you'll call me. Right?
Yeah.
What's the chance?
That's actually, but I don't know why people say that's a bad song. I think Jenny,
I like
it's a good song.
Man, it is a good song.
Like there's some 80s songs and people are like, oh, they're bad songs. I'm like, no.
309. I mean,
like also, We Built This City. People say We Built This City is a bad song. I'm like, what?
Dude, Starship, Starfleet, Starship, Star. They changed names like 7 times in their life. The band did. That's the joke. It's not their singing. They just they change their fucking name so much. Then they played a crazy ass little song, and they thought they sold out. That's all. Yeah. That's all that happened. And they didn't, because I love that song.
What was the crazy story you told?
Roxette.
What was the crazy story you told that you had one time in Mexico? It was at a hotel. I believe there was a giant storm. Believe it, or may have been some. No, that was me. It was Hurricane Emily in 2005.
Yeah.
Hurricane Emily.
Yes.
And he almost had to beat up a guy.
And you fell in the water in a pool.
Head first.
And
as
soon as you fell, I snatched you out like it was nothing. I snatched you out and saved you. You went under and I saved you. Yes, they sure did.
Like that was with debris in the pool.
Yeah, it was green.
I don't know why the hell we were out there.
I don't know.
And he almost kicked a guy's ass.
Crazy. Oh,
in the ballroom, he almost had to kick a guy's ass.
Oh well, no, he went nuts. And I saved y'all, and I was waiting. If he came over, he was done. The Mexican police came and tied him up, hog-tied him, and took him away in the middle of a hurricane. Palm trees laid down by the side of the road, laid down. They were bent over. And the Mexican police are out here arresting people. I love that.
That's based. I
was a cop. I would do that. I would do that shit. They were arresting, but they hog-tied him by his wrist and his ankles and carried him out. And all
because like a part of the wall came off.
The ceiling fell in, and I thought it was on. That shit fell in. He went nuts. Nuts.
Favorite TFC match of all time? Mine's the Voyagers Cup final against Montreal when Javinko scored in the 94th minute. Honestly, that's one of them. That's a top 10. For me, I think I have to go with the easy one, MLS Cup 2017.
If they score again, I gotta go.
I don't blame you.
Man.
But MLS Cup 2017, it's got to be the easy one.
4-1. There's no way. I told you there was no way to score 3. Never.
Yeah, I knew they probably wouldn't.
It
was a 95% chance. I was like, yeah, it's not happening.
No.
Well, at least I don't have to watch this team for a month after this is over. That's a plus. Sadly, St. Louis isn't playing either.
They did all that winning, and then it still doesn't matter.
Well, this is a different tournament.
But it doesn't matter. It just sucks, right?
We're still the first in the West.
Okay.
10 games left in the regular season.
I'm just saying.
It is sort of not worth it. It does feel like crap that they lost 2 straight Leagues Cup.
Like crap. That's what I mean.
I thought they would do better. Oso plays it for DeAndre. Come on. DeAndre crosses it. Way too high. Bit of a deflection there. How long is the Leagues Cup going? Liga MX is on a break. Not sure why they just can't play twice a week in Europe. Because they stopped the leagues to play this tournament. It'll be August 20th when the leagues come back. 2 days after the final. So, this is going till the middle of August. Latif Blessing. Latif crosses. Ooh. Just nobody's in position. Like with some of these crosses. Nobody's in position. But yeah, suffice it to say, that storm is why I love hurricanes and severe weather so much. And why I hobbyist track it. TFC would have won 2017 MLS Cup more easily without Bradley. Javinko was the man and Vasquez was at that time. I agree. I think, and then Oso played a pretty good game in that final, I thought. And that was his first game in a while, or at least his first start in a while. He sort of was like in and out the team. And then he had that Champions League run, so. 25th minute. And yeah, it lost 70 years to win a title, and then they won 2 back-to-back. And then they haven't done nothing since. And then they sold all their best players. 1 month to get it steering and right with Bill, and Bill will stay with 0 points. Dunfield, not good. Just enjoy the month we don't have to watch this team. How about that? But hey, you know what? I'll trade a 3-win season for Mississippi State winning the national title this year. I had to trade something, didn't I?
You got to make that deal with the devil, buddy.
I'll take State winning a national title. If TFC wins the one spoon, I'll take it.
When you make the deal with the devil, that's what you got.
Hey, I'll look at it like this. At least for me, if Mississippi State beats Alabama and wins a national title. Here we go, Oso.
Come on,
Shaquille!
Oh, awesome.
What a shot, but right to the hands.
That was awesome. I mean, that was a good – he jumped.
Good shot, good save.
You know what?
But, again, as I said, if State's going to beat Alabama and win the national title, they need another one of my teams to be sacrificed. And you know what?
Damn, if he would have curved it. Curl back.
El, my advice to you is in the fall.
Get out. Get out now.
No. I would rather watch Mississippi State college football than watch this. But besides the Alabama game, I'm going to watch all the last 10 games. But the day of the Bama game, I might just do that itself. I may skip one just to do Bama and State because I know State's beating Bama. Because Bama has no quarterback and they're playing in Starkville. They got the best defense in the country, State.
Okay, I'm with you. Just don't get too happy now. Shit. You stepping out now.
They got a Heisman candidate on their team.
Okay.
Will Rogers is going to have a better season, and they got the best defense in the country.
All right.
And Alabama ain't got no quarterback, and we're playing in Starkville. We're winning by 10. Dogs by 10.
No. You could have said 1. You ain't got to say 10. There's no way it's 10. It's going to be by like 2 or 3 points or some bullshit. But you can say Will Rogers. You're going to need Kemosabe.
Or Tulu Griffin, Devin Hester 2.0, doing everything. Our Penn State's defense this year is a real deal. That's the wrong state. Mississippi State's defense is the best in the country. Do you see all the players they're bringing back? No, my dad's a Mississippi State fan. He just saw them be shit a lot longer than me.
Most of my life.
Until Jackie Sherrill. He still doesn't realize they're a good team.
Jackie was it was all iffy, dude. I've just seen them in the last like 15, 20 years, and the 1 year, yeah, that was all.
See, the Dak year messed with me. Like, I think that's us. Every year is the Dak year. I think that's our expectations.
Yeah, but
like our ceiling, like arguably, you could say they could do that. It's just they always screw it up somehow.
Yeah, you put the rope to the ceiling, and that's all you need, man. Add a rope, gone.
TFC jersey looking like what Jorge Campos would wear in the game's goalkeeping. Yeah, it does kind of look like a keeper shirt if you think about it. But I like it anyway. But it sort of also looks like a clown shirt, which, it's carnival, but still. Ohio State's going to win the Big Ten.
Come here.
Hey, come here. Hey, come here.
Hey, you corny. Shut the fuck up. Corny.
Yes, I'm a corny.
Exactly. And nothing wrong with cornies. No joke.
I hear you talking about the brass ring.
Are you talking?
You want to pull down the brass ring?
And you can throw the ball that way. That's fine.
I'm saying it's a double-edged sword because wrestlers are carnies.
No, Narc. No problem as carnies. I'm not trying to knock on them.
Because wrestlers are carnies.
Well, yeah.
This is where it started, but.
Well,
They've never
they've
they've never shaken the label. I hear you talking about the brass ring. You want to pull down the brass ring? Your flips are good, but I want you to learn how to do a 3/4 roll and do a headlock and how to set up the ring. Mark. Well, the next league game they'll certainly be carnies because it's the CNE. Hey, come here. Hey.
Come here, Corey.
Hey.
Come here, Corey.
Let me talk to you.
Come here, Westminster. What? Westminster? What? Is this a dog show, bitch? What?
Let me talk to you. Yeah.
Let me talk to you. Well, I don't
31st
even know
minute.
why I'm even watching this. I could be asleep. No.
Hey, at least you could laugh at them. I mean,
Well, yeah, but this sucks, man. They suck. First of
You know,
all,
the
we
sad
go down
part-
to 2 minutes and nobody even scored again. Even them. That sucked.
yeah.
This all sucks. And he was asleep.
Yep.
You bug-eyed motherfucker. Damn. Jesus. Why are we doing this? Is there even a reason?
Not anymore.
And I like their jerseys. That's all.
And they're going to lose in them
for.
every time.
That's all.
Like, the bad thing about the bench is they're all racing chairs, because if I was the manager and they were folding chairs, I'd fold every single one of them up. Mike Leach style. I would fold all them up and throw them.
Ain't nobody sitting.
Nobody's sitting down. You're all standing.
I would take screwdrivers and tear.
Nobody's sitting till we win.
No, nobody's sitting.
Nobody.
Till we win. Exactly.
I will take this bench out. Nobody is sitting till we win.
Awesome. And I wish he would have lived a little longer so you could see it. You got to see it. You like him. And he's now the tradition of state, right?
Yep.
How poetic that he goes out. Everybody knows him because of that. That's awesome. Yep. How poetic. Most people's lives don't mean nothing. They die and they never thought of again. He will live on. Can you imagine that?
It's crazy.
This won't live on. What's this?
How many games from the elimination of the playoffs? Mathematically, I say we need 40. Mathematically, I say we need 40 points.
You ain't doing
We ain't
shit,
doing that.
Bro.
I mean, so I guess maybe, 6 games?
You couldn't even
5
count
games?
to 40. Nobody could even count to
I mean,
40.
I could count to 40.
Yeah.
Now, doing the math of how this team gets there, no, I can't do that.
Exactly.
I'll get an F on that test.
We got to do it here if there's even a chance, and there's not going to be a chance. Come on now. Come on. Come on, man. Do something now.
Shot play for Barbara.
Be a man
Jaquil.
and hit that.
Jaquil. Oh, come on. No, wait, this is better. Come on. Ah.
Look what we're doing, and they can't even do that.
Plays on header. Ah. Maybe having a 5'6" dude on headers isn't too smart in the middle of the box, but what do I know?
No, I need a 7 foot.
Mamica would be better. At this point, you know what I would do if I was the manager and we were down like this? I would put in Mamica as a striker.
Oh, he's telling him, hey, bitch, you take these 5 fingers, right?
What are the 5 fingers? Say it in the face. Slap! Cold-blooded.
Unity. I hit him and I slammed his head down.
Unity.
In his forehead.
Is that a real Rick James song?
Yes. No, but he had it on his ring, Unity.
Yeah.
When he hit him in the forehead, it printed it right on his fucking helmet. Man, Unity.
Charlie Murphy was around a lot of famous people and had a lot of crazy stories about them. Because he had Rick James and Prince.
And security kicked him up through the window. It's awesome. I was up in the window.
It was the mirror.
He kicked him. Boom! I mean, a front kick like a bitch.
I wonder if that was true.
No, I believe it's true. I'll kick you out the window, dogness.
Takes a shot. Save. Cruz Azul taking the cup this year. You got in by winning a shootout. Humble yourself. TFC would be dead last in the Canadian Soccer League. Yeah, you're probably right. Rick James got Neil Young, the music business in Toronto.
What? Really? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Santi Jimenez has got a goal today. Good for him in Feyenoord, eh? Plays for it. Oh,
But they
come on!
Where
Where are you? Jesus!
Shit. It's almost
Keep it.
halftime, Ryan. There's no way they're scoring.
No, I know they're done.
Goals.
I just
Baraya.
Ibarra.
Okay.
Ibarra.
Well,
I mean, he's a defensive midfielder. Why are you taking that shot?
Because he tried. At least
he's trying. Yeah.
Nobody else. Every time they get down, they wonder, what is this?
I think I know why we haven't scored in 900 minutes.
Stupid ass.
They don't have any balls.
Right.
Actually, speaking of estate coaches and ideas, I got a good one. Remember when Jackie Sherrill showed his team cow balls or something?
No, I don't remember.
And I think that was A&M, not State, but he was. There's something about Jackie Sherrill, and
that's sort of gay.
I know.
What are we talking about?
I guess he was trying to say you need balls. It was a look up.
First of all, I don't mean nothing by it, but it's a little weird. So what
I
are we
agree.
talking about?
Because Jackie Sherrill tried to motivate his players, I think, at A&M by showing them Rocky Mountain oysters.
And his name is Rocky. Wait, what is the coach that was Rocky?
Rocky Felker.
Yes, they hated Rocky Felker. He was nuts. Oh, shit, Rocky Nuts. Rocky Nuts.
Unpopular opinion, Justin Bieber's a good musician.
What?
I mean, he's got some good songs, but I wouldn't say he's a good musician. There's a difference between having good songs and being a good musician.
And being lucky. Yeah.
A good musician is Billy Joel.
Oh, yes.
Billy Joel. There will never be another Billy Joel.
Nope, he's Howard Stern even says he's the guy, man.
Billy Joel's a good musician. He has good songs, but he's a good musician. Even his instrumental pieces, I still listen to. Even his instrumental pieces are nice. You know?
This fucking game. That's so crazy. I don't know how I'm watching this, man.
I don't know how I'm watching it either.
2 minutes in, they say.
I don't even know how I'm watching this either.
Wow.
To be honest.
I don't even know.
I like to say I watch it so you don't have to, but even then I'm starting to get a bit pissed off. Play for
You don't want these leftovers, right?
No.
Okay.
Justin Bieber created the Billie Jean of our modern era back in 2011.
Was it pretty good, though?
Yeah, it was good. Well, I never knew about that. Oh, I get it, because Billie Jean's not my girl. I get it. Okay. Yeah. I get what you mean.
She's just a girl. Claims that I am the one.
Yeah, I see the point.
Is not my son. She was trying to get him to take it. What? The kid is not my son. Billy Jean.
Blame Jackie Sherrill for that one. 40th minute, 1-0. This Toronto team needs a freaking lobotomy. Like, I don't know. But still, don't compare Justin Bieber to Michael Jackson.
No.
At least talent-wise, don't do that.
No, he's never there. No.
I get what you mean, but about the Billie Jean thing, but Michael Jackson is a talented art, or what? Well, no, his music still lives on. He's a talented artist.
He's just awesome. Just the king. He was the king of pop, dude.
Just like Elvis lives on.
There's only a handful. No, I mean, come on. They can name Elvis that, but
well, he was the first one.
There's a few people that are so good that you can never replace, and that's Michael Jackson, Prince, Elvis, in his own right. I forget the country. Changed songs, changed TV. They were the kings. They were you can only have that once in a lifetime. There'll never be any one of them like that again.
I'd say George Strait is the king.
George Strait can be a Garth Brooks is somewhat
too many covers.
No. Forget that. I'm talking about back in his day. Before all that political shit. Screw all that. He is, right?
Yeah.
Reba. There's a few people that you could say changed something. Randy Travis changed. Out of all 1,000, there's only one that really did something, and we're saying their names right now. Good or bad, you got to give it.
Yeah.
And if you want to be stupid, you can be stupid, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to repost that LA Night meme with the dummy. Yeah, you blew it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to repost that after tonight. Yeah. You blew it, dummy. Yeah. You choked, dummy. Yeah. I think you lost it. Dummy. Yeah.
Get that. You blew it. Yeah. They suck. I don't even know that I can do the second half of this.
Hey, just tell me.
I was just hoping Toronto scored by now.
They're not.
Exactly.
They're not scoring at all.
I didn't think they would be 0-0. They still wasn't winning.
Well, yeah, true.
Because they're aggregate or 3 or
they
whatever
need 3
the
goals
fuck
to
you
win.
call it. Yeah, whatever you
goal
call
difference.
It. It's all stupid. But you got to come back from other games. I sucked then. I suck now.
Exactly.
I mean, are you coming back? No, I'm not coming back.
There's no.
Put
me in carbonite. I'm dead.
Suck.
Put me in carbonite. I'm dead.
Han Solo.
Oh, by the way, Greedo shot first.
Yeah, well, that's fine, but put him in carbonite and be done. At least.
Captain Falcon says Ryan's dad is funny. There's a reason where I get my sense of humor.
Hey, Captain Falcon, is that his name?
Yeah.
Cool, dude. I like that. Did I do something wrong?
No, they're just saying you're funny.
No, I like that. Thank you, brother.
TFC couldn't score in a brothel.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I mean, no, Rio, you're right. They can't.
Right.
They can't.
I came with the 12-pack of condoms. I left with the 12-pack of condoms. I didn't win. That sucks. Oh, man.
That sounds more fun than this. Thoughts on the team is in a Toronto shirt so far. Oh, off the post. They almost went down too. Oh, what a save. Ozan Latif in a Toronto shirt so far. He's the one who's shown the most heart. I'll give him that. Latif Blessing has shown a lot of heart. He ain't done much else, but he's shown a lot of heart. I respect it. He's shown a lot of heart. I respect it. He cares. If you looked at his last Instagram post, he said, we're going to make this better. Which, that's good words, but at least he cares, and he just got here. Don't worry, the beatings will continue till the morale decreases.
Yeah. As your morale decreases, the beatings continue. That's awesome. Right. It'd be like boot camp at Paris Island.
They need
Yes,
Paris
master.
Island.
May I have another? Yes, master. May I have another?
This is what he'd be useful for. He would have been a good DI.
Yes, master. May I have another?
That you, John Wayne? Is this me?
Me?
Who said that? Who the fuck said that?
Who said that now?
There's two movies I know front to back every line. It's Full Metal Jacket and The Twilight Saga.
Wow. Okay. Is this
It's almost halftime.
Ayabara score? What is his name?
Ibarra.
Yeah, and he bars it from school.
It's 1-0 at the half. Uno said.
He's got. I'm sort of like the jerseys.
I'll still get the jersey.
No, of the red and the black. That's sort of cool.
Well, they're not
man.
Montreal. Oh, Bernadeschi is. Why is he happy? He's like, dude, you've been on a slump too. Just because they're shit when you're not playing, you've been on a slump too.
That's not a bad jersey.
That's a good jersey. We'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats. It's 1-0, Uno Aceto Atlas. Sit tight. Stats of the half are as follows: 6 shots to 8, 4 shots on goal to 2, 53% possession to 47% possession, 231 passes to 201, 83% pass accuracy to 82, 4 fouls to 14, 0 offside to 1, 1 yellow card, or 0 yellow cards to 1, 0 red cards to 0, 2 corners to 4. Outlaws, they're not the better team in this half, but they have the lead. But it's been a really car wreck of a game. The game's been a train wreck on both sides, to be honest. No team's really been the better team, to be honest. Like, this game has just been a complete and utter joke.
A butter nutter. A nutty buddy.
This sucks.
Like,
well, they ain't gonna score 4 in the time, and if they do,
like, I'm going to be like, where the hell did that come
should
from?
I eat this couch or not make that bet? Because
I wouldn't make that bet just because I don't think that would be even possible, but
well, you put some hot sauce on it, you can do it. But will they win 4-1?
No.
That was I would, man.
but like, you finally did something amazing, and then the next game they'll come up limp and get beat up 4-0.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Whether that's the round of 32 or the freaking next league match, they'll get beat up again. A month off won't change nothing.
No, it just means you don't get beat for a month. That's all that means.
Exactly.
You're not beat down for a month. You're a winner for 1 month, 30 days, 31, whatever your month is, 28, February. Whatever you're doing, that's your month. And see, look at this. Look. Oh, now that's a... Woo!
Oh, by the way, former Toronto
Who
player
is
Griffin
that?
Dorsey. Former Toronto player Griffin Dorsey.
Man,
Our luck.
awesome.
Our luck, right?
Yeah, because they get rid of people. Right.
All the good players. Like, everybody who has some sort of potential, they get rid of to sign the biggest names in Italy. And they don't, and then those players don't have anybody around them as a consequence except players that suck. What the hell are we doing? Like, I don't know, Luca Petrasso, Griffin Dorsey. They don't re-sign Richie Larea until way too late. And even if they do, we're still finishing last. What's the point? But no, we couldn't get Richie back on loan before the Leagues Cup started because I don't know. See you, man. I think he missed a couple, but okay. Cassius won't be good, but we'll see. No Richie Larea. What did you say about Cassius? Yeah, he's probably gone. Yeah, this team's going to make him suck. Even if he is actually good, this team's going to make him suck. You're right. You're right. He's going to be the great hope for the team, and then he comes in, scores 3 goals, and then doesn't score ever again. Our luck again. We finally get a young player as a higher level player, and they still won't work out. Because of course we do. And even then, even if they were to get rid of the salary cap, Toronto still wouldn't be able to. They'll spend more money just to fail even harder. Somebody needs to repeat that Danny Kuverman's interview in the locker room because that's exactly what this is. Cool. What's cool? They'd rather sit under a shade tree and eat fish sandwiches. Do you think Alex Bono could have stopped the goal from Rotloss? Nah, he probably would have screwed it up too. We probably would have let in 3 more as well. So, it's give or take, yeah?
On what?
It's a car.
What?
The note card. I
Why
want the
would
halftime stats on.
Why would you care?
Because I put down the full-time stats after the game in the book.
Okay, bud. I don't see you do that normally. I was just
Because I do that back there.
okay.
At least Bono's good in DC. He got 3 put past him by Pumas last night. That's not good. Oh, speaking of, by the end of the night, all the Canadian teams could be eliminated from this tournament. If Vancouver loses to the LA Galaxy, Vancouver will be eliminated. Where they win, now they lost on penalties, so it'd be 2 points. If they win on penalties, they'll go through. If they win outright, they're through. If LA beats them on penalties or beats them outright, LA's through. You're looking really relaxed tonight. Because what else was I supposed to expect but a shit show? Why should I be angry if they don't give a shit? What's the point? They don't care. I don't make the calls. I may know better than Bill Manning, but you know what? I don't make the calls. Why should I be angry? I should just be like, yeah, I know better. Sit back and then watch this game go, right? That's why I'm relaxed. What else was I supposed to expect? Second half about to start. So, like, why be angry?
Well, it's over. When they scored, we did it. I could see it. Okay, Toronto 2-1. It doesn't matter.
Nope. 3-1, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
4-1, it matters, but they're not getting 4.
They're not going to get 4. They couldn't even do that shit on their own.
Hey, maybe the refs will do all the work, but they still wouldn't get 4. But the refs didn't really. Maybe they can't make it too obvious, can they? VAR Galaxy going to lose to Sergio Cordova. Well, if they lose, Vancouver Whitecaps will be the only Canadian team in the round of 32 of the Leagues Cup. Which and if they lose, no Canadian teams are left. DeAndre Kerr to kick off. No subs at the half. What do you think TFC needs to do to become a better team from your point of view? 1, get rid of Terry Dunfield.
Go home. Dissolve.
Well,
no, I'm just joking.
Get rid of Terry Dunfield. He's way too nice of a manager. They need a manager who's going to light a fire on their ass and make them care and tell them how shit they are when they're shit. Tell them how good they are when they're good. They may not like it, but at least they'll respect it.
Yeah. Tell them Just tell me the truth. Y'all did good. You did bad. Tell them, motherfucker. Tell them.
And then Bill Manning needs to go, or at least just be the president of the Argos. He should have nothing to do with TFC. At least the Argos are undefeated, though, with a Ole Miss Rebel as their quarterback, which, to be honest, even though I'm an Argos fan, I really don't like that. Chad Kelly is the Argos starting quarterback in an undefeated season. Ugh. But again, TFC, they need to get, to be honest, I think Insigne needs to go. I think he's not bought in. If you could get a big transfer fee from Saudi for him, you do it. You get a player that actually fits the system. Frankly, you could get a striker like Harold Preciado from Santos, put Malula on the wing with Bernadeschi on the other side, and that would probably be better if you had that opportunity. I think that would be better for the situation. Or a Yeremy Pino as well as the number 9. But to me personally, I think Insigne needs to go. I think whether there's a salary cap or not, where they deal with the salary cap and make it a bigger thing or they keep the salary cap, I think Insigne needs to go. He's way too hurt. He probably would rather get a Saudi payday anyway. I'm surprised he hasn't gone there anyway. Bernadeschi, he's still salvageable, and he's on a less money. So I still think Fetty is salvageable if they actually cared and he didn't leave. But I think Malula should be on the wing. DeAndre Kerr should be the super sub to a striker like Harold Preciado or Yeremy Pino. And that's your front 3. Oh, Jason Hernandez is actually doing a pretty good job as a GM. I'm surprised Bill's letting him cook. But I guarantee you, before Bill gets fired, he's going to screw over Jason Hernandez at the end of the season. Just you wait. But Jason's doing a pretty good job. In my eyes, I think Jason's doing a good job, so I have no problem there. Jason's doing what he has to do. I think he's trying to fix this. I think he actually cares. I think he's doing the work to try to sort of fix this, or at least trying to make it a bit better. Now, if we could get Bezbachenko back and Tim Lawicki back, I think they should get a blank check. Tim Lawicki ain't working for Seattle no more.
Well, Brian, this is probably...
Yeah, it's probably over. I know.
I know. I could have called that.
Deep down, I knew too.
I know, but I should have called it.
I just hope it stays. If we're going to lose, I hope it stays 1-0. Atlas had to struggle against TFC. Well, my final's done. St. Louis eliminated and Toronto eliminated. Why did I think that would be the final? I mean, St. Louis, you can kind of understand, okay? They've been good all year.
Yeah, that's what sucks too. Some bullshit-ass loss or a couple, they do so good and they're out. What kind of bullshit is that? I mean, it's just, there's no weight, there's no anything. It's just really...
How are TFC doing? Crap. As per usual this year. TFC should only use amateur players, and at least they would have an excuse. I mean, aren't half the players basically amateur players anyway? With how bad our academy is? Like, I mean, our academy needs serious renovations. Like we need better coaching in the academy. We need better, or just the fact, and I think the problem with the academy as well is, especially with the churn, but even then the academy doesn't play the system the main manager plays. They play what that coach sees fit, which is not good. Because if you're an academy for an MLS side, why are you not playing the same system around 8, 9 years old. Why are you not playing the same system that the main team plays? That makes no sense to play a different system just because that coach says, hey, I'd rather play 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1. No. The whole upper section of Red Bull Arena is basically empty. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I could have guessed that. You didn't even have to tell me. But again, to me personally, when it comes to the academy, if a manager in each level of the academy plays their own way instead of the way the main team plays, all the way up to TFC2, TFC's academy lost to Norval, Croatia in May. That's ridiculous. Well, I mean, that's because somehow smaller academies get better players than TFC and have better coaches. We should have the money to buy these players and coaches out, but they don't.
Bump it. Ooh,
How many people at BMO? It's about less than half full, the way it seems to me. But think about it like this. If you're Toronto and you want your good players in the academy, you should see, hey, this player at this age.
Ain't nobody. Get up, dude. Watch him get up and run. Ain't nothing wrong with you.
Get up.
Get up.
Why are you even time wasting? You're
Ain't
not going to lose.
nobody done shit.
Get up. But again, my point being is, if you're watching academy games and you're watching your academy get beat by these smaller academies, why don't you be like, I like this player. I think this coach is pretty good. Why not hire them and bring them over to the TFC academy? Why let them stay at these other academies? See, the front office, and I guess MLSC as a whole, and the whole organization, does not have a growth mindset, does not have a building mindset. The reason why our academy is so crap is because we don't pick up the best players from Ontario or the GTA. Or if we do, we let them walk to college and they go somewhere else like Jason Russell Rowe did. Or we let them go to Sigma and then Bobby Smirniotis makes them stars at Forge. Like if I was a player in Ontario or in the GTA, I'd be playing for Sigma. I'd be playing for Bobby Smirniotis. That's an academy that would actually give me a chance to succeed. Not Toronto FC's academy, and I think everybody knows it. I think everybody knows that unless you have the big dreams like, I want to play in an MLS game one day, I want to be an MLS player, if that's your dream, and I think that's also another thing, is that a lot of these other players, like the Croatian players, the Serbian White Eagles, Sigma, they want to play more than just the MLS. Here's the thing about MLS. I don't care how much money the league has or what salary cap the league doesn't have. They're still going to want to go to Europe at some point. You want them to start their career with you and then move on. You should be happy for them to move on. I want my academy players to move on. I want them to be good. I want a player like Coelho, who was drafted but still very young. I want a player like Coelho to be able to play for Spain one day and say he played for us. He played for Toronto, and he was a wonderful player. But he's now playing for Spain at the World Cup. That's what I want to see. You have to accept the fact that the players are going to leave. And I also think Toronto's academy is sort of a all-for-one mentality in the way of they don't want the players to move. They want them to be good enough for Toronto, but if they're just good enough for Toronto, they're never going to move in the first place. You have to get them good enough to have a chance to go to Europe. Look at what Dallas does. Look at what Dallas, RSL, Montreal. Montreal has a good academy. They're so cheap they have to, but they have a good academy. My point being is Toronto, they want the players that come through the academy to be Toronto forever. If they're good enough, they will never be Toronto forever. I don't care how much you could pay them. They're still going to leave at some point. So again, the players who play for a team like Norval, Croatia, or Sigma, or Serbian White Eagles, or Von Azzurri, they want to move up the ranks. They want to go from League One Ontario to the CPL to the MLS to Europe. They have an upward mindset. Toronto FC Academy players, they don't. And the academy directors don't have an upward mindset. You have to accept that if you're going to have players through your academy, they're going to move on one day. Not everyone. I know Jonathan Osorio makes it seem like, hey, we could have these players that stay here forever. Jonathan's a different case. He's good, but he wants to stay. But he's good enough that it didn't bite us in the ass. But there's a reason why Jonathan's our only good academy player. That's why we draft better. Because those draft picks don't come through our academy. It does come down to club identity. That should be a foul, but okay. 57th minute. Like, the academy just needs to be rebuilt. Now, I don't know how quick we'd see the fruits of that labor, but the academy needs a massive mentality shift. I mean, the club does too, but even the academy as well. Change the trainers out. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Oso went down. Thanks to Melbourne and Manchester. I agree. And also, that helps NYC. They could loan over players from Melbourne. Substitution. Alonso Coelho's coming on. Jesus Batisov for Cozy Thompson. And Alonso Coelho's coming on for Franco Ibarra. Franco had a good run, but again, for me, Dinamo Zagreb know they will eventually sell their young great players like Dani Olmo, Modric, Orsic, and now Batrina and Ivanusic. Exactly. And that's why Dinamo Zagreb is one of the best clubs in Croatia, because their young players make them the best club, but they just replace those young players as time goes on. They just keep rotating those players forward, and they bring up a new crop, and it keeps working because those players are good enough to move on to the Premier League or La Liga or Serie A. They know they're going to lose the Modric's of the world, the Olmos of the world, the Orsic's of the world. They know they will. So build up those players that want to be those next players. But again, TFC doesn't understand that, don't they? They don't understand that. I mean, there's a lot of things. Like, there are things you can do to paper over the cracks and make the players look better and sort of succeed in spite of everything else. But I will tell you right now, there are things this club needs to do at the root level that will probably take a couple of years to bloom at the very least. At least when it comes to the physios, you could change that if you had the right physios. Coaches with the right mentality, there you go. Red Bulls score 1-0 against San Luis. Dante Van Sier, he scores. But here's the thing that I want to drive home. And Hajduk split lost in the final of the Under-20 Champions League. That's money in the bank for selling players. Exactly. But here's my point. Toronto has to change a lot of things. Like, yes, you could buy good players, especially if the cap goes up, and sort of paper over the cracks if you have the right coach. But you also have to look at the academy, rebuild the academy, get the mentality correct. The brain drain needs to be corrected. I mean, there was never really a brain drain. There wasn't a brain at the first place, but there needs to be a mentality shift within the club, within the front office, within the players, within the academy, within MLSE. Everything. It's a project. If, like, this isn't just, part of it's, buying new players and having a system that works as a manager. But there's more to it. And that's the saddest part. Plays forward. '60th minute. Over the bar or not. But from U9 to TFC2, they all should be playing the same way as the main team is playing. They don't do that. Even when Vanny was around, they didn't do it. When Armis was here, well, the academy couldn't even play. Or at least by the time Armis was gone, if that's when the academy started playing again. They didn't play the Bradley way, which, I mean, what way is there to play? But still. I mean, 4-3-3 and just play it forward. I mean, you really couldn't. But it's a 62nd minute. Thompson's last goal, 600 minutes, all comps. It's been 600 minutes in all comps since the last goal. Oh, boy. $62 minutes. But there's just, the mentality's just not there. The performance isn't there. What's the score prediction for Seattle versus Monterey? Seattle versus Monterey, I say Monterey 2-1. Tijuana's down 1-0 to Querétaro. Whoa. I didn't expect that. 63rd minute. I hate to see what's happening with this club. I do. Honestly, Philadelphia Union got the easiest group in the League's Cup. I agree. Playing forward. Blocked away. They think that was a handball, but they're not going to give it. Which, I don't blame them. 64th minute. Zero shots by either team in the second half. Hot loss is fine with a 1-0, and Toronto ain't doing shit. And they still gave it away. Can we just get to penalties at this point? Not that it matters. I just, winning on penalties would be at least a nice silver lining if we could do that.
No, never. This is done, son. You can forget it.
Well, even if we got to it.
Motherfucker can't even score 1. You think they're going to score 4?
No.
What? They can't even do, 2 minutes in, 1:36 maybe. I've never seen no shit like that. God dang.
Pretty soon, CTFC fans are not going to be attending the games anymore. It's like going to be low attendance and they keep producing results that are not right.
They suck.
It's more likely that they start wearing paper bags again before they just completely stop going. But at least the paper bags make a statement. Go full on ants.
Yeah, they kicked me in my ass. That's what I would say too. I wouldn't even want to be out there. I would be ashamed to be playing for this team. They suck.
I agree. And Blessing cramped up.
Suck.
I agree. And, like, I mean, it's not an easy fix, but it can be fixed.
You're all right there. Get the fuck
Nope, he's
out
off.
there.
Sapong for Blessing. And he was the one who's probably cared the most, Latif Blessing. All that did was get him cramped up. I used to own TFC2 season tickets. They said it's the place where they learn to play. They don't play for results. Now TFC follows the same philosophy. How can you learn to play if you don't play for results, though? Like, you gotta, to learn to play, you have to win. You have to get results. Like, losing doesn't teach you shit. It doesn't. Like, losing teaches you how to lose.
Lose. Yeah.
That's it.
Fuck that.
If you're not getting results, whether it's a draw or a win, you're not learning how to get results. You're not learning how to play. Nice. But
now that
good cross by
was pretty
Servania.
nice, but
That's a
then
corner.
it all gets jacked up.
Throw in. But again, if you're
He's got a ring. Unity. Boom.
like, here's the thing for me. If you're not getting results on the second team or the academy team, if you're not winning or drawing, what are you learning how to play a better game? Mauro Manotas is coming on for Atlas and Zapata. That'll be Martinez for Zapata and Mauro Manotas for Aguirre. You learn by getting results. I didn't renew for TFC2 after that answer was given to me, as you should. Not after that answer is given to you. Montreal journalist Jeremy Filosa announced on Twitter that central defender Rudy Camacho will be traded tomorrow. TFC and Columbus are the favorites to land him. Well, I guess we're about to get double agent Rudy Camacho. We need warm bodies now, do we? See, the mentality of this club, especially on the lower levels, even on the main level, but especially in the academy levels, is just so messed up. Like, all for one doesn't mean be Toronto forever. What that means is you fight for each other. You fight for the crest. All for one means you fight for the crest. You fight for the supporters. You fight to win for the crest, for the team. All for one doesn't mean Toronto forever. That's what I don't think they get. The academy and TFC2. That's not what they don't get it. All for one means fight for wins. Fight for your team. Fight for your brothers in arms. Fight for your team. Fight for the crest. Fight for the supporters.
Well,
That's what that means.
This is done.
I'm not saying this is done. It is done. I'm talking about overall.
I know what you're saying. All I'm worried about is this one, and this sucks.
I agree.
Can't believe 2 minutes in, one
And then they just gave up.
and it just sucked ass.
They just gave up. Plus, fans are paying money to watch TFC. They're investing their hard-earned money like money does not grow on trees. You're right. And I feel sorry for people that buy season tickets to watch this shit.
No, but if they can buy season tickets, they got money to burn, okay?
Yeah.
Or they need to get up out there. But anyway.
Atlas crosses in. That's out for a goal kick in the 70th minute. Toronto's finished. Yeah, they're not winning a game again all year. They're going to play 10 more games and lose every single one of them. I would be shocked if we win a game. Like, I don't care if August the 20th is our next match. against Montreal. Oh boy, we come out of the break playing Montreal. Yay, at the CNE. Yeah, we're going to get our ass kicked by our bitter rival for the third time in 1 year. And that's who basically put us in this death spiral, was losing that game against Montreal. Because all they had to do was get rid of Bradley earlier. But no. Shaquille Marshall-Ruddy plays it wide to the top of the box, and it's given away. Tottenham has at least has it better. At least they finish top 8 almost every year. That's probably the nicest thing I'll ever say about Tottenham. And they want to sign a former Impact player. Wouldn't it be freaking hilarious if Rudy Camacho makes his debut for Toronto against his former team? And then he's going to screw us. Double agent? Not really. He's just a shit player. Spicy double agent. If anybody played Team Fortress 2, they would get that. A spicy double agent. Then Berno goes to Saputo's Italian team to be loaned to Impact. If Saputo did that and Bernadeschi did that, you know what? I can't blame him personally. This team probably deserves that. Is Rotlos paying the referee? No, Toronto just sucks. No, Rotlos won this one fair and square, mind you. The refs are probably against them, to be honest. They actually won it fair and square, but that's because we suck. Atletico San Luis makes it 1-1 against the Red Bulls. Playing forward. Cozy Thompson gives it away. I guarantee you next year's kit that I get will be Alonso Coelho jersey if they don't trade him in the offseason. Or was I going to get the Carnival kit with Coelho on it? I don't know. 1-0 Atlas, 1-0. And that's the way it's going to stay. Because Atlas doesn't give a crap about scoring, and we ain't going to score. So, did they cheat to win Liga MX? Oh, yeah, they did, yeah. I feel like it was a ploy to get Diego Colca to get the Mexican job. They put him in that position, and then look what happened. They put Diego Colca next in line for the Mexican job. Well, they did. What minute is this in? 74th minute. 74th minute. I'm not going to purchase another TFC kit till they make the playoffs. Well, at least when you go through MLS store in the USA, they don't get that much revenue off of it, is what I heard when it comes to Fanatics. So, if they were getting everything. For TFC fans, they'd rather watch the Canadian national team. At least the Canadian national team is actually doing something good for Canada. That would be a good investment to watch the Canadian team. Or I'm just considering when college football starts and the international break is over, I might just cover all of state season instead. What's the point about doing the last 10 games of this? Like, I don't know if anybody would blame me I don't know if anybody who is a Toronto fan in this chat would blame me if I did all the Mississippi State's games on those Saturdays instead of this. I mean, I still do a couple because there's a couple of Wednesday games. I don't think anybody would blame me at all for finally getting pissed off enough just to say, hey, on Saturday when State plays, I ain't doing no Toronto games. I'm doing State. But, hey, the Wednesday games I'll still do. And decision day, Sunday, I'll do. But that's like 5 games instead of 10. Well, then again, I think the one game against LSU is at 11 in the morning anyway. So I still would have to do TFC. But if they were like next to each other, I don't think anybody would blame me. Rocha is off for Zaldivar. Trejo is on as well in the 76th minute. I'm not saying I would do that, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's a complete certainty, but I definitely, for State versus Bama, I may not even do a double. Or maybe I'll just do like half doubles and focus more on State. I don't know. Find out. It's definitely a consideration. I wouldn't say it's 100% going to happen, but it's definitely some I'm considering. I don't blame you. I wouldn't watch Toronto if they were playing this bad. I would quit on them in a snap. Like in a second, I would quit on this team. Like the fact that I've been basically ambivalent about this team for 3 years and they're finally pissing me off to this end is I am a soldier, to be honest. Because they're finally pissing me off. Yeah, that roast was pretty good.
Was
I said, yeah, that roast is
Yeah.
pretty. Oh, speaking of, Michael Phelps' final world record finally came down today
Well,
in the 400 individual medley. And he was calling that race, too.
was he happy?
Yeah, he was happy.
Oh,
He actually said about the guy who beat the record and made it 4 minutes and 2 seconds, that was a great race. Like, he was-
Good. As long as he respects him.
Actually, funny thing, the guy who broke Phelps' record also gets coached by Bob Bowman, the man who coached Phelps. So maybe they're sort of friends anyway. So,
but as long as he accepts it, you got beat, bitch.
yeah.
And you did good, but you're no longer good.
The Bills have waived cornerback Cameron Dantzler Sr. with an injury designation. He came to yesterday's practice late without his helmet and did not participate. So Cam Dantzler from Mississippi State has been waived by the Bills. You remember Cam Dantzler?
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, he played for State. He's been in the NFL for like 3 or 4 years now.
I don't know. And then he does that.
Well, he was hurt, I guess. They said injury designation.
Okay.
If only Toronto had
whatever.
Ferretti, who was going to yell at Toronto when they don't get results. I say it like this. Toronto needs a pirate. You know, maybe a pirate and a drill instructor together, but still they need one of those. I don't know if Ferretti's a pirate. I think the only people who would take this job are people who are actually passionate about the club.
Or you're something wrong with him.
Goal for Jordan Morris, 2-0 Seattle. Like anybody who takes this job that has absolutely no passion for this club.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't working
Here no more.
I ain't kicking your goals and trying to stop it.
Save.
It was a working for.
Save. Off the post. But seriously, like, if it ain't Greg Vanney, I don't know or Javier Perez, I don't know who the hell they're going to get for manager. Because I heard if Vanney gets sacked from LA Galaxy, they're going to try to get Vanney back.
I didn't mind him.
He's better than this.
I know.
you always were on him.
I wanted
I
Maurizio.
like Vanny.
Let me be honest. I only wanted Maurizio Sarri. That's the only reason I was on. I thought it was, and I also thought it was getting a bit old. I thought it was getting a bit stale with Vanny.
I'm just saying.
I didn't know it would lead to this.
You wanted to look.
I didn't know it would lead. Well, I didn't get Sarri.
Never.
I didn't get Sarri. I just got Vanny out. Past the post.
Oh, nobody could hit that. They suck.
But I've said before, I've pretty much said I was wrong about wanting Vanny out. At least he papered over the cracks. They wouldn't have went 600 plus minutes without a goal if he was still here. They probably would have pulled a couple more results out of their ass too. At least he was good at papering over the cracks. Look at that 2020 season. Until the wheels fell off, he was papering over the cracks. So, you know what? If he came back, I'd be happy. I don't know if it would work, but it would be worth a shot. Hugo Mbong is on, and Temi Antoglu is on for Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy and Raul Petretta. For 9 more minutes plus. But like anybody who would take the Toronto job who's not passionate about the club, I'd be shocked. Like if there's anybody who's not passionate about the club that takes the job. Like Jermaine Defoe said he wanted to coach Toronto. I don't know if he's passionate about the club, but he's been there before. Over 1.5? No. It's not going over 1.5. It's going to stay 1-0. And I can't really blame what's happening at the Galaxy on Greg Vanny. It's the front office. And he's trying to do the best he can. So, Seattle's already 2-0. I'm not surprised. Dunfield will say this is a good performance. Yeah, because he's too nice. Dunfield has no balls. He may have passion for the team, but he's an academy coach through and through. I respect Terry as a player, and he's a good guy. But being a nice guy don't make you a good coach. Or being a nice guy overall does not make you a good coach. When you're a manager, you have to know when to be an asshole. You could be a nice guy to your friends. You could be a nice guy to your family. But when it comes to your players, they need to know they have to fear you. They have to respect you. Because to be honest, well, yeah, fear, respect, either way. They have to respect you as a manager. You have to tell them when they're shit and tell them, hey, you did a good job tonight. You got a good result. And you got to tweak it up depending on where you are. Dunfield, even when it was 5-0, he said, we never gave up. I'm like, bullshit, they gave up. I don't know what you were watching. He's nice to the point where he's a bull-faced liar. A bull-faced liar as a manager. Yeah, it's good to be nice to academy kids. I understand why you would be, because that's a minefield that not many people would want to walk. Because if you're a tough coach nowadays, most parents would probably be pissed at you if you're a tough coach. So it's probably good that Terry's a nice guy when it comes to the academy players. But he has to realize that these are professional players that need to know when they're crap and need to know when they're good. But the only good performances under him that they've had that I would agree that are good was the St. Louis game and the RSL game. Other than that, this was a horrible performance. Orlando was a horrible performance. NYC was a horrible performance. And Chicago, that was an okay performance. But I could see why it'd be horrible. So that's like half of the games. So to me personally, again, I respect Terry as a player. I respect him. He's a good guy. I respect him as a person. He is not a good manager. For a pro team, he is not a good manager. Hey, if you want a good cop and he could be the assistant coach, that's fine. He could do that. He is not a head coach. He is not a manager. You have to know when to be an asshole. You have to know when to be feared. If you are a manager of professional players, you know when you have to get in on them and be feared or be an asshole. or be honest but frank, cleared away. But some people call that asshole. I don't. I think it's honest but frank. But again, I think Correa would be better, to be honest. I'm just doing the review. How long are 4 games? I'm shocked 4 games is still going on. Because they're waiting for Vanny to get sacked. That's why. I mean, Javier Perez doesn't have a job. At least you could call him up for 10 games. Javier Perez, besides Vanny, was probably the best football this team played at the end of 2021.
I mean, it's all done, brother.
I know it's today. I know it's over, and we're pretty much over for the season. I know that, but I'm just.
They can't even score.
I know.
They suck.
DeAndre Kerr, come on, DeAndre, cross.
But it doesn't matter even if he did. But that would be a way to go out, right?
Yeah, at least to go to a shootout. At least to go to a shootout, win a shootout.
I don't even know how they got so shitty. I don't even understand.
Nepotism. And the walls kept tumbling. Like, Vanny was papering over the cracks back in 2020. And I think had he stayed, he would have tried to fix those cracks. Armas didn't know what the hell to do. They sort of rebuild, but Bob Bradley don't know shit about football in 2023. And I don't think he may have done it because of his son, but I don't think Bradley had any passion for this club.
No,
I don't think he did. And then Terry's just way too nice. I like Terry. He's a good guy. He's a good player. He was a good player. He's not a manager for a pro club.
No,
he's not the asshole they need. They need an asshole.
A good player doesn't. It's 2 totally different things, Ryan.
Toronto, we're out, man. I know. Correa and Insigne, are you there? Yeah, do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Camilo Vargas is man of the match with 5 saves. I mean, yeah, he's the only one who's actually done something worth a damn. So, yeah. I'll stick with that. Yeah, but I would take Insigne for Correa. I would. I think Correa would probably fit better with the system that I personally would play. But if it was me, I would do it. I don't think MLSE would. I think if Insigne leaves, he'd go straight to Saudi. But I would make that move. But again, I don't make the calls. That's the problem. 1-0, 1-0. Free kick here. Cross in, header. Oh, past the post. That'll be a goal kick for Vargas with a minute plus to go. Well, the season's over.
Yeah.
Because this was basically the last thing our season could have hanged on. We're not winning any of our last 10 games. I don't care if we're not mathematically eliminated.
Not hanged.
Hung. Hung on. Hung on it's almost over. Yeah, it would be past tense. Hung on. How many more days are left this transfer window? Or how many more outs this transfer window? I have no idea. If it was me, I'd probably get a 5 or 4 more.
Shit.
That was the first one. That was a good goal.
I know.
By Caicedo. LA Galaxy just scored against Vancouver. It's 1-0 by Ricky Puig. I told if Vancouver loses, they're out. All the Canadian teams are out. Good thing Vancouver was already in Champions Cup because they beat Montreal back in June, late June, yeah. Or early June, yeah. Late would have been, I don't know. 90th minute.
Yeah.
Could you just blow the whistle now? I don't think stoppage time is needed. I know it's not 7 minutes. Are you joking me? Like, you think we need 7 minutes?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Imagine Vancouver plays Club America in CONCACAF Champions Cup. America would beat the shit out of them. America's way too good. Did you not watch the St. Louis game? St. Louis is the top of the West, and they got their ass kicked. You think Vancouver's going to do any better? You're crazy. Vancouver's mid. You think they're doing any better over two legs? Oh, by the way, they would actually have to go to the Azteca. If that tie ends up 10-2, I would not be shocked.
Man United 1. Dortmund 0.
Dortmund
0.
Man United.
29 minute.
Well, hey, at least Man United's winning. If Graham,
4
Graham's winning.
shots against 3. 2 against 3. 65, 35. 198 to 113. That is crazy.
Well, no gold leaf hat today. Well, Toronto's not
They're doing
champions.
good.
Why would I be wearing a gold leaf hat?
They're putting it on that ass. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo.
And you're watching this game, ain't? The crazy thing
And
is,
this game ain't shit.
like, Graham, you should be watching the United game, not this. I know that's
Yeah,
preseason,
that's
but that's
shit.
better. This sucks.
You might get a gram and snort a gram while you're watching something because this so.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that probably would make this better.
What's his name, Graham?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love the name Graham. Graham crackers, cookie graham, a gram of weed, a gram of coke.
I love graham crackers.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
Penalty for San Luis.
I like that. And I'm not joking. I like it. It's cool.
93rd minute, 1-0. But yeah, I mean, you should have watched a United game instead of this. I know that's preseason, but they're still winning. Hey, at least Chelsea won today. That's good for me. Chelsea won a trophy today, you know. I'll take it. It's better than nothing. Hey, you know what? Maybe this is just like Chelsea last Premier League season for Toronto. They're going to have the season from hell, and next year they start building on from it. So, who knows? But yeah, when you can't score goals, that's a big problem. Just ask Toronto or Chelsea of last year. No matter how good your defense is. If you can't score goals, you got a problem. I love graham crackers. Give me some more.
What? Oh, Lord.
You know,
That's
I've only had
like-
s'mores like twice.
That's like in Animal House. Yes, sir. May I have another? Shoot! And they was whipping his ass. Whoop! Yes, sir. May I have another? Watch.
Was Animal House a Kubrick movie?
Oh, I think it might have been. I don't know. He was
Shot
crazy.
block. I mean, yeah, because Kubrick did Full Metal Jacket and Clockwork Orange. Oh, by the way, Clockwork Orange is on Max too. They both are Full Metal Jacket and Clockwork Orange. Seattle's already up 2.
Yes, sir. May I have another?
Tijuana's out. Querétaro's qualified. Tijuana won 1-0 over Querétaro. What just happened? Free kick the other way. 8 losses in a row. How can you be this bad? This team is poison. It's a poison chalice. Like, if we could just forfeit every game left and let me just have 10 free Sundays or 10 free Saturdays, I would be so happy.
I mean, I think we got. Yeah. I mean, this is.
Red Bull 2-1 San Luis. 9507. I knew it. I was just. Imagine Sport KC beats Guadalajara, like pretty much upsets are happening like crazy. It's just going to get worse before it gets better. As I said, we're not winning a game in the last 10 this season. There's not going to be a win again. It's going to take till frickin' March of next year to win a game. You thought last year was bad when we didn't win from the end of August on to like last April? Yeah, no, it's going to get worse. No, it's going to be from May of 2023 to frickin', it could be a full-on year before we win another game.
Yeah.
I expect a yelling rant. You're not going to get it because why should I give a shit if they don't? Why? As you see, I'm pretty comfortable. I'm pretty calm. Like, if they don't give a shit, why should I? Why should I expend any anger on them? I'm not doing that either. That would just be clickbait if I'm not going to rant like that. I'm just going to explain why the hell this team is so rotten, frankly. I'll talk a little bit about the game, and then I'm just going to explain exactly why I think the whole team is rotten. And there won't even be a rant. I'm going to do more of a dissertation, frankly, because I ain't got nothing to talk about here. I'll say a little bit about the game and then be like, yeah. Are we getting a 1 hour rant? You're not getting a 1 hour rant, but you may get a 1 hour dissertation. I don't think it'll be an hour anyway. It starts from the top. Exactly. And then it just trickles down all the way. Head and hands be a fitting thumbnail. Dunfield making Bacala look good. You're right. Dunfield's making save by Vargas. And that'll be the final whistle. Well, that's full time. It's 1-0 Atlas. And that's it. Atlas moves through. Toronto is eliminated.
Yeah.
And Atlas wins the group over New York. I knew it. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put some plays. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll have that review up within the hour and a half. I'll see you then. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.